This could be relevant for real estate agents. This could be relevant for apartment syndicators. This could be relevant for fix and flip people. It could even be relevant to wholesalers who are looking to attract people on their buyers list and people on their sellers list. And so the question is, how important is social media when you're starting out? Well, I imagine most of us, and even, Rebecca, I'm sure you're aware, or else you probably wouldn't be asking the question, that it is important to have a presence on social media. The choice that we should make, though, is what platform should we focus on, and what is our role, and what's the purpose of us being on the platform? Because some of us, I'll raise my hand, don't enjoy being on social media sites as much as others. And so first off, one mandatory, in my opinion, but it's a fact, is if you're in real estate investing and you are attracting some sort of client or customer, then you've got to be on social media. And specifically within social media, you have to pick which platform or platforms that you want to be on. And then once you pick that, so let's say you pick Facebook, for example. Once you pick that, then you've got to find out, okay, within Facebook as the platform that I've chosen, now what is my role, and what will I be doing within that platform? And I can tell you that with when I was starting out with Facebook, my focus was simply promoting the episodes that I was doing from the podcast. At the very early days, I was doing everything for the podcast: finding the guests, interviewing the guests, doing the show notes, promoting the episode, letting the guests know that the episode went live, all of that stuff. And the important part of this is you've got to identify what you want to accomplish as a result of being on the platform. And at bare minimum, what you need to accomplish is when someone searches for you on a major platform like Facebook, for example, they're going to see that you have a presence, because they're going to be skeptical if you do not. And in fact, I had one investor about 1.5 years ago say, I looked you up on Facebook, Joe, and I couldn't find that you posted anything for the last 3 years. And I was like, what are you talking about? And what he was looking at back in my advertising days, when we were testing, so I was working on the social media account for Fortune 500 companies like Bing or like Microsoft, and we were specifically on the Bing search engine, the Bing account. I had to create a test account for my profile to test out certain apps that we were launching. So I had a dummy test account for Joe Fairless, and this investor was looking up my name, and he found that one, and he saw I hadn't posted in many years. And I said, I think you're looking at it wrong, or you're looking at the wrong one. And then I showed him the right one. He's like, oh, okay, cool. But that was a red flag for him, that he thought that I hadn't been posting. I was kind of secretive about it. And at this point in time in our culture, you're not allowed to be closed off. That's just not acceptable. And for better or worse, because the downside to that, I believe, is when something catches fire on social media, whether it's true or not true, it just takes off. And because we're all so super connected. So that's a downside, in my opinion, if it's not true. But on the plus side, since we are so connected, it allows us to be go in with eyes wide open into partnerships, because we have more of a sense of who that individual is and what they're like. You get a more personal glimpse into their life. And that's not something that it should be surprising to anyone, but what we should focus on as business professionals, and especially in real estate investing, is we have to have a presence, and we have to know what the outcome of that presence is. So if you are not interested in social media, but you know from this conversation you need to have a presence, then simply have a Facebook page, and you can have things auto-populate on your page from from your website or from your blog posts, where you're simply auto-populating your Facebook page with content, and at least every now and then just check in on it and make sure that your account is staying active. So it's really a check the box thing. In terms of how important it was whenever I got started, well, I don't know how much growth it's being on social media, and specifically Facebook, because I'm not on Instagram. I think I have an account, but I don't even have that on my phone. Basically Facebook. I deleted Twitter because that's just a lot of noise. I know it's effective or very helpful for emergency situations because you can see exactly what's happening at every second. But I only have Facebook on my phone, and I recently took off the notifications from Facebook on my phone so I don't get notified whenever I get an alert, because I personally don't enjoy social media. But I do have a team who post on the page as the brand page, and I jump in there every now and then. It's just not something that I personally enjoy. So the takeaway is you must be on social media, but pick a platform and have a consistent presence at minimum, and at maximum, I mean, you can really grow your business. I know that we have ads on Facebook that promote our local conference or our local meetup every month, and we're getting people from Indianapolis, Tennessee, Cleveland, Detroit, Dayton. It's pretty close, but Dayton, all over, come to the monthly meetup that we have in Cincinnati, and same goes for the annual conference that we have in Denver.